What is going on, man? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. Shout out to everybody out there handling business. You already know I'm gonna do it. Shout out to the homegirl, Shawnee. Hey, I see you, sis. Don't even trip. Shout out to Shawnee and her family out there in Philly. Shout out to homegirl Erica in Florida, aka Florida. Shout out to my brother James Youngblood, man. We gotta get back on this platform, man. I really want to get back on this platform just to support. So shout out to my brother James Youngblood in Texas. Shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise from Georgia. Shout out to the homegirls in Arizona, Miss Tanya Latanya. Hey, I see you. Hey, shout out to my family and siblings out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, handling business and working. You already know what it is. Shout out to them. Hey, shout out to the homegirl, Jerica. Also out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And shout out to my homegirl, my sister, my partner in crime. Oh, the homegirl Melina, man, in North Carolina, a.k.a. North Kakalaka. Hey, I gotta say what's up to you. Shout out to my sister. Hey, shout out to Sister Cobweb. And my homegirl, Nuke. Nuke is an original member of the No, I Don't Know podcast. She's an honorary memory, so shout out to the homegirl, Nuke. And shout out to one of Nuke's co-workers whose house is messy as a motherfucker. So shout out to everybody out there, man. We're going to get into a calling out anti-black racism. Let's get it. Oh, man. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to see if I can find some clips, but salute to the God, Brother Benzino from Made Men, Boston. Hey, man, I've always liked Benzino. I always felt like, you know what I'm saying, he was one of the epitomes of hip-hop, you know. And Benzino, besides Irv Gotti and them, he was one of the only person that was like, why y'all listen to Eminem? You know, he questioned me. He said this a long time ago. There used to be a site called BET.com. This is for, you know, 80s babies generation, not this new generation. Well, this site, BET.com, would discuss all the internal beefs and issues and things like that other rappers had with each other. So I would always go on BET.com, early 2000s, 2001, 2, 3. And he would always take issue with people gawking over Eminem. He would always do that. And, you know, I'm a big-time Dre fan, so a lot of Eminem's albums, I'm just listening to the beats. I'm the type of person, so y'all don't know this, because this is the CD era. I would go to Tower Records to listen to the CDs to guess to see how many beats Dre would do. Then I would go on BET.com and see who produced what. So if Dre produced enough beats on Eminem CD, I'm going to go get it. I'm not going to lie to you, because I'm a big-time, I like beats. I like the production. So, and I always thought that Eminem was nice, but I was so into the production, I didn't really care about nothing else. Anybody that know me then and now, they'll be like, yeah, Warren, he just care about the beats. He don't really give a fuck about that shit. But Benzino was one of the rappers / moguls that really made you second guess while you was listening to him. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of Benzino because he did Drink Champs. He was a little inebriated, but let me tell you something. He was speaking some real facts, speaking real truths. You know what I mean? And let me see, Benzino on Drink. And let's see, on Drink champs. Hopefully we can get some clips of him talking about okay, here we go. Cause he said something very poignant that y'all really need to like listen to. Very, very poignant. Because what he said, it made a lot of sense. You know what I mean? So let's see what he says.
And DJ FN on Drink Champ.
Man, y'all trolling. Man, motherfuckers need to stop doing that. Let's see. Here, let's see, talks. Yeah, man. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if they'll play it.
One point of the interview, drunk Zeno broke down in
Man,
this nigga didn't even go to Nipsey's and fuck everybody down with him.
Check out the video.
Y'all need to hear this. Listen past, the inebriations and all that, but really listen to what he's saying, though. Because if we are supposed to be on code, we need to listen to what he's saying.
Let's talk about Eminem, yo. That's why we here tonight. Fuck Eminem. And fuck everybody down with Eminem.
And that's how you supposed to be. That's how they do us. That's how they do foundational Black Americans. That's how they do Black vote, period. But listen.
Is this, bro? It's over hip hop. Like hip hop is who we are. He can't come in and invade hip hop in Rosenberg and make trillions of dollars. This nigga didn't even go to Nipsey's funeral, bro. If he's so fucking hip hop, why? How come he ain't blocked 10 blocks in motherfucking Detroit and give it to the homeless black people?
Oh, did y'all hear that? Let me rewind this shit for y'all. David, James, Shawnee, Erica, everybody listening. Let me rewind it. Listen to what he's saying, though. See, all the laughter and the banter and he's drunk, but listen to what he's saying.
This nigga didn't even go to Nipsey's funeral, bro.
Exactly. He don't give a fuck about no damn Nipsey Hussle.
If he's so fucking hip hop, why? How come he ain't blocked 10 blocks in motherfucking Detroit and give it?
Because Mike Epps bought his block back and giving it to the black folk that live out there. Everybody's doing that now. That's like the new thing.
The homeless black people. Man, fuck Eminem, bro. They trying to kill me right now, bro, because of this shit I'm saying, because it's deep, bro.
Yup.
Let me tell you, his fans like him because he's white.
Let me rewind that for y'all. Let me rewind it. Hold on. Shout out to fucking Benzino. Let's rewind this real quick so y'all can hear it.
Saying because it's deep, bro. Let me tell you, his fans like him because he's white. They don't fuck with us.
Let me try to make
fuck Eminem. I dusted Eminem. Rap Elvis, bitch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that?
I ain't gonna lie.
How about that? How come he ain't answer back? How come he ain't answer me? I'll beat the shit out of him with these.
Eminem or Machine Gun Kelly?
Fuck Eminem, bro.
So which one?
Fuck Eminem, bro.
Hey, you gotta give Benzino props. He the only nigga that's like, man, fuck that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga. Hey, what I'm saying is, listen to what he's saying.
Fuck both of them, bro. Fucking Cassidy will kill Eminem in a battle rap, bro.
Shout out to my brother David from No Compromise, because we did, I think we did a space on Twitter, or I think we did an Instagram live on David from No Compromise page. So shout out to my brother. And the reason why is because David from No Compromise was like, Warren G. Cassidy would destroy Eminem in a battle. He said he would destroy him. David from No Compromise was one of the few people that straight out said Cassidy. He's like, Warren G. Cassidy would destroy Eminem. So shout out to my brother David. That's why I'm doing this podcast, because that's what I thought about when I listened to this interview.
Why do y'all give Eminem so much props? Why? Why do y'all like Eminem? Because he's white? Is that it? What do you mean? Nah, like.
He is calling black folk to the floor. I'm sorry, but he is. He's calling us to the floor. Listen to what he said.
Of them, bro. Fucking Cassidy will kill Eminem in a battle rap, bro. Why do y'all give Eminem so much props? Why? Why do y'all like Eminem? Because he's white? Is that it? What do you mean? Nah, like, what? Fuck that. We don't listen to that in the hood, bro.
And just to let you know, what you call it, he's not lying because Lil Boosie Badass said, he said Eminem is lyrics and all that, but we don't listen to that shit in the hood. He said we can't relate to none of that.
Got nothing against Eminem. Eminem can rap, but I care about us more.
Man.
I don't want to go through, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The fuck you want me to do? Come on, man. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad.
Yup.
You think this shit is fucking cool? Nah, man. We're failing as a people. I don't hate Eminem. I don't know him to hate him. I don't hate white people. Tired of this shit, man. It's just too much. I don't want to be the bad guy. I got an 8-year-old son that I dropped off at school this morning.
And that's all we gonna play, just so y'all can get a little sense of what he's talking about. What I don't like about it is black folk. There's a time when black folk gotta say, you know what? Benzino's right. Why do we like him so much? And why are we not holding him more accountable for leeching off of our culture to make himself better? That's the question I'm gonna ask black folk. Why is that? Why is it we not holding him more accountable and saying, hey, bro, you're not doing enough for black folk. Giving people record deals don't do shit for us. What are you doing for the black community? Are you standing up for injustice? Are you replacing the system of racism and white supremacy and establishing a system of justice? Making sure the racial group that needs the most constructive help gets the most constructive help. No, you're not. No, you're making millions of dollars off of it. And not only do you owe us more, you made a song calling black women nigga bitches and niggas, and like that shit ain't cool, man. And we just let that shit slide. Now let me ask y'all, will the dominant society, white Jewish community, let us slide if we start calling them out of their name? That's what I'm gonna ask y'all. Will they allow us to do that? No, they will not. This has nothing to do with his lyrics. This has everything to do with it being our culture. And if you weren't using our culture, you would just be another failed dominant society Caucasian. That's it. See, they come over here, use our culture, and then become the gatekeepers for our culture. Nah, stop. And let me tell you something. Eminem know that most black folk don't listen to him. Eminem know that most black folk don't give a fuck. And I'm tired of black folk being, they'll provoke a situation and then run and hide. Like when Joe Budden, I disagree, but stop, Joe Budden. Stop. Stop with all this shit, man. We if you don't agree, call Benzino and say, hey, man, that wasn't cool what you said. Eminem did a lot of stuff. Don't do all that, man. Because they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that to us. They're going to be on code when it come to us. We ain't never on code when it come to them, but they on code when it come to us. And what Benzino is saying is real. He talked about a lot of stuff on there. He talked about a lot. That brother was in a lot of pain, so he got it off his chest. And let me tell you something. He probably did become the biggest public enemy #1 because he didn't fuck with that white boy. So he you see what I'm saying? Because you have to understand this. He's on the inside of the machine, so he can see why this guy is making the money he's making, why he has so many albums sold. You white. This is culturally black folk, foundational black Americans. You don't really even belong over here. And that's what the issue is. That's why I got a lot of love for the rapper of the game, because he wasn't afraid to go at him in a rap battle. I ain't mad at the game. And here's the thing. Why is it everybody can make money off our culture, never pay us dues, never pay us no respect, and do what the fuck they want to do, but we can't go into these other cultures and make money off their culture and not have to pay dues, not have to pay homage and respect to them? That's why I like Lil Boosie's badass. He was like, yeah, he a lyricist and all that. I ain't never listened to no Eminem in the hood. He was like, where I come from, my hood, niggas do not listen to Eminem. And he's not lying because I remember in the early 2000s, in the 90s, especially the early 2000s, I remember bumping Eminem like around niggas. And niggas be like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, Eminem. I remember one time, these people, they from down south. This was the first time I heard niggas say, hey, what up, Shouty? You know, that type of shit. I thought it was different. I was bumping Eminem. They was like, who is this, Shouty? I was like, this Eminem. He's like, Eminem? Who was that? Oh, that white boy with Dr. Dre? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, we don't listen to that where I come from. Straight up. So, Lil Boosie Badass was not lying at all. It was even a lot of niggas out here that listened to him. I knew some niggas that listened to him because of the lyrics, but I felt like he was aggrandized because of the color of his skin. Like, oh, he white. And he knows that, and that's why he does what he does. That's why he does what he does. We got to start calling. We got to learn how to have a code of conduct and call out the anti-black racism. Shit, don't matter. If you making money off our culture, we have an issue with that. We have to have an issue with that. Then you look at everybody still mad at Cat Williams because he went on, Shannon Sharp's show and set the shit on fire. Then I seen this thing where, the legendary comedian, my favorite comedian, Corey Holcomb, was doing a set. Donnell Rawlings. First of all, let me talk about that too. I'm gonna get on that too. That's some hoe ass shit that Donnell Rawlings did in my fucking perspective. Because if you wasn't gonna fight him, so you was just up there rah-rahing and talking crazy, nigga, you could have called that nigga, you could have waited till this said and had a real conversation with that nigga. Niggas be doing that shit for clout and doing that shit so they can get on TMZ and all that shit. I didn't like that shit because it don't matter. Niggas is just saying their opinion. If you don't like their opinion, call them. All this showing up to where a nigga trying to make his money and fuck up his bread and all that, that's bitch shit to me. That's hoe shit. You don't do nothing. Unless you was planning on going on the stage and doing some real getting active. I didn't like that at all. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. That's my favorite comedian. So I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm 5150 all day. So sorry. I ain't never seen Corey Holcomb run on somebody's stage and, oh nigga, I get down. I'm like, who does that? You doing that because you a peacock showing your feathers to the crowd. Real men don't do no shit like that. Who does that? Who shows up to somebody's set and starts yelling and rumbling and doing all this other shit because you want attention because of something that another comedian said? Comedians say shit about people all the time. Motherfuckers don't like what Cat Williams said about Kevin Hart? Fine. Kevin Hart handled it like a G to me. Kevin Hart was just like, hey man, I'm praying for that brother and I'm doing what I gotta do. When you take the time to go up to somebody's set and you ain't trying to fight and you ain't trying to handle it like men, I don't co-sign no shit like that. Period. I wouldn't co-sign it if Corey Holcomb did it either, but I don't think Corey Holcomb is that type of nigga that would do some sucker shit like that. Just, when I saw it come across my newsfeed, I was like, man, who does that? Before I even listened to it or watched the video, I was just like, who the fuck run up on somebody's set while they doing they bid and start screaming and yelling and where was security at to be like, nigga, you can't do that here? You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was hoe ass shit to me. Well, cause somebody said something, niggas gonna say something anyway. So it don't even matter what nigga said. If Corey Holcomb didn't say it, somebody else gonna say it. It's like, nigga, we got bigger fish to fry. He gave his opinion on what he thought what it was. So a nigga say, man, some of these people are new booty 5150 fans. I've been listening to Corey Holcomb since 2008 when he was on the Foxhole on Speedy's Comedy Corner. So I've been listening to that nigga. So, nigga, I've been listening to him. That nigga been 100 ever since I started listening to him. That was in 2008. So I don't give a fuck what niggas is talking about. When I see that, I'm like, we got bigger fish to fry than be running up on somebody's set, ambushing a nigga. Who does that? Like, I was like, damn, man, what the fuck is wrong with Donnell Rawlings just running? Oh, well, nigga, like you was gonna fight or do something. If you wasn't gonna do nothing, why? I don't understand motherfuckers, man. That's why I give Benzino a lot of props, because there were a lot of emotions behind it. There was one part on Dream Chance where he was like, how you gonna talk about my daughter My daughter's innocent. She ain't got shit to do with this. You know what I mean? He just was like, and now she's got to take the hit because of something, her dad did. And he just, he was keeping it a buck. He was keeping it a buck. That's why I played it. He's like, well, why do y'all like him? You know what? And look, only lyricists will be like, I just like his lyrics, bro. But he's not in my top 10, but I like his lyrics. Those are lyricists. Most motherfuckers be like, Eminem's not even in my top 10, bro. Cause can't nobody relate to no blamkin and a napkin and hankin. Like, ain't nobody relating to that bullshit, man. If you ain't listening to Dr. Dre's production, you can forget it. Eminem's production is trash. I don't give a fuck who like him. You can't produce, you can't make beats. Stop. Man, everybody want to think that they alchemists. Stop. That's why I always give props to the young black producers on Instagram. I always give props to them because I got a lot of love for them because it takes a lot of skill, discipline to produce and make good beats. You know what I'm saying? And we have it, so I like to give us props. But a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, I get tired of looking at other racial groups thinking that you can just pick up a beat machine and just do our music. I don't like that shit. Everybody wanna do our music because it's cool. Everybody wanna do our music because you're gonna get critically acclaimed if you can do our music. You don't see black people going and trying to do orchestra music or do Esterhazy's music or Beethoven, all this other bullshit, even though Beethoven's here. There's a book talking about he was black anyway, but I'm just saying, like, damn. People always trying to go out of their way to do our shit. And that shit's getting old and it's getting tired. I just feel like we have to wake up and understand what's going on and stop. If somebody has an opinion, right? I remember somebody left a comment. Y'all know I mention the same people on my podcast because I feel like I'm talking to them. I ain't really talking to nobody else like that. The people that's listening, I appreciate it. If you subscribe, hey, I fuck with you. It's no big deal. But I remember somebody left a comment about something. I was like, you don't have to be on this page. I'm not on here to get likes and views and all this. This is an underground podcast. That's how I started it, and that's how it's always been. Y'all don't see me trying to do shit to get likes and all that. For what? I'm just giving out information. That's it. You can take the information and give him my opinion and perspective on the information I'm giving you. That's it. I ain't on here to be motherfucking trying to get likes and views and all that. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. I don't even look at that shit. I don't pay attention to it because honestly, in my personal perspective, it's to the people that I mention a lot of the times. And if you knew you come on, you fuck with it, cool, I appreciate it. But this is for people that's vibrating at a different level. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't for everybody. I'm not here to instigate stories and all, man, fuck all that. I'm here to give a different perspective. And what Benzino said, yeah, he may not be foundational black American, but he considers himself black and he feels like, damn, why the fuck y'all like him so much? Explain to me. What is it? That's why he said, because he white. That's a real conversation that needs to be had. I'm surprised that nobody pick up the phone and call Benzino and be like, bro, like, why you going so hard on the big homie? Okay, look, get him on the phone. Don't nobody want to hold this dude accountable. They only want to hold Benzino accountable. Or cannabis. You know what he said? That was a fact. He said, if Eminem was black, he'd be cannabis. Because he's white, he gets praises like he's so much better than cannabis. And that's some real shit. Look, man, y'all know what it is and y'all know what it ain't. Go look at the story. Go watch the Drink Champs interview. Shout out to Benzino. Shout out to the people that's doing things the right way. That's another reason why I'm a big time 5150 fan with Corey Holcomb. It's not just because of his comedic standpoint, but because he be calling out anti-black racism all the fucking time. And everybody always seems to miss that with that brother. They always want to focus on something negative that they feel that he said. But when he's calling out anti-black racism, everybody act like that don't exist, like he didn't say anything. You know what I mean? Because he may go hard on different situations or with women. People may not agree. That's fine. You ain't going to agree with everything somebody say. But when he's calling out anti-black racism, I don't never see him get any praise. All I see is negative comments and niggas always saying sucker shit. That's why I just be like, I be getting irritated because one of my homeboys I used to work with a long time ago, he used to be like, damn, man, you always listen to Corey Holcomb. I'm like, this nigga be saying real shit. Real shit. So fuck what y'all talking about. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I started, let me just break this down before I get off, this podcast. When he started talking about anti-black racism, he really had my undivided attention. Because he was just talking about how you get treated at the jobs and how they be racist as fuck and they really don't like black folk, but they pretend like they do. And all. This was like earlier on when he had his podcast. Like after he left Speedy's Comedy Corner, he went to RMC Radio. He was really going on racist bullshit then. So I'm sorry. His podcast is critically acclaimed if you ask me. So it isn't just his comedic standpoint. It's him calling out anti-black racism and what has been done to black folk. So sorry. I don't see none of these other motherfuckers doing it. So shout out to 5150, as I am a 5150 fan. And shout out to my brother Benzino. And shout out to even Nick Cannon for calling out Eminem's anti-black racism. A lot of people too scared to call this motherfucker out. So fuck them. Shit. Call that bullshit out because they'll call it out in you in a heartbeat. Go look at his interview. Tell me what you think. Leave your comment and we'll discuss it again. Probably Sunday or something like that. Hey, man, you already know what this is. I'm your boy, Warren G, the place to be. Been clowning sucker free since 2003. Thanks for tuning in. Guilty niggas. I'm out. Peace.